Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Redemption, and in this video, I'm going to explore the question, does aim training really affect your aim in-game? Does improving at your aim training game actually translate to an improvement in your aim in-game? So, for the next month, I'm going to practice aim training. As we all know, pro Valorant gamers' favorite aim training is the Gridshot in Aimlab. So, for the next month, I'm going to be spending around 20 minutes every single day, which would be around 20 games of Gridshot, and see if, one, I get better at Gridshot, and two, if my aim actually gets better in Valorant and Fortnite, I guess. But mostly Valorant because it's Valorant gamers' favorite aim trainer. So the way I'm going to test it is by playing deathmatch. I feel deathmatch is a good way to test how good my aim in game is, as that's the game mode where you get into the most amount of fights, and it's no abilities, so it's gunfight only. Of course, there are other factors like recoil, right? But hopefully, I'll be able to, improve in that front as I train over the next month. Alright, so without further ado, let's start the training. Today is November 30th, and I'm just gonna say that right now my average scores on Gridshot is around 60,000, and the gameplay that you're seeing right now of Deathmatch is my skill level as of now. So that's before I've done any training. Tomorrow, December 1st, will be my first day of official training, and we'll see how I do tomorrow. Alright, so I just finished my first day of training, and I got an average score of 67,000 today. Not gonna lie, I was popping off in the middle. My aim just started getting super insanely good for some reason during rounds like 7, 8, 9, I think. Those rounds were like the best rounds that I ever did. I had like 70,000 there. I think it was just because I never actually played, 20 times in a row before. So, yeah, my best, like, benchmark, I guess, would be around 70,000 for highest score. And currently, my average is 67,000. So, not bad for day one. Although, by round 15, I started getting a bit tired, I think. It's pretty late at night too anyways, but yeah. My score started dropping after round 15. I think my brain was getting a bit tired. So yeah, that was pretty much what happened for day one of training. So, I just finished day two of training, and boy was I cracked today. My average score was like around 70,000 today, which is literally 6,000 better than yesterday. Um, I don't know if this is just a luck stroke or if my body's actually adapting that quickly, but hey, at least I get to be happy for today. Today's day 3 of training, and I got pretty much the same score as yesterday, around 70,000. So, I guess around 70,000 would be where my abilities currently can get me. So, from now, the big grind begins, the slow grind, where it starts taking like full weeks and stuff, so I'll do weekly updates, I guess, from now on. And since, you know, I hit my first milestone, I guess, 70,000, it's actually 10,000 more than what I started off with. So I tried to play some deathmatch. Not gonna lie, I do see a little bit of improvement. At least I feel like it. Like, my shots, they're slightly better, I guess. I feel like they're better than before, but it doesn't really look that much better, though. Today marks the end of week 1 of training. Uh, Now, my average scores in Aimlab is around 75,000. That's a 15,000 increase from before training and a 5,000 increase from uh, my like benchmark after I trained for 2-3 days. Um, I feel like if I can make 5,000, you know, uh, if I can improve by 5,000 every single week, that'd be great because by the end of the month, that means I can get to 90,000. That's pretty damn cool. I think my goal is to get to 90,000 and hopefully I can. That way my aim won't be too far off from, top tier pros who are 120,000. It'll be 75% of the way there. That's pretty good in my opinion. Um, Now, for deathmatch and actual gameplay, I do feel like my aim got better. Like, I'm hitting a lot more headshots and maybe not, you know, super consistent, but hey, it's much better than when I first started off. You can probably tell by just watching me that I got a lot better. So up until now, I do feel like improving in, aim training does actually help me improve in deathmatch or just aiming in general, I guess. I just finished training for week 2 and I got an average score of around 77,000. So, maybe not as much as I hoped, right? 5,000 per week, but 2,000 is not too bad, I would say. This week was a pretty interesting week. So, first, during the first few days of the week, I think I was plateauing. My I didn't get any better, and I don't know. I just played not as good as I normally would in Aimlab. So I don't know. My scores were pretty low for the first few days, but oh, and then one day I just didn't play. Why? It was mostly accidental. I forgot. But anyways, I think that actually helped me to get over the plateau, which was interesting because the days after my 1 day break, I started improving again. I started getting better and faster again. I'm not exactly sure how this works, but I don't know, it's just my hypothesis that once, you've hit a plateau for a while, maybe you should take a break, take a pause for a day or two, and then let your body, just recover, right? And let it do its thing, and then after, you'll come back and be able to work again at your full capacity. I think that's what happened with me. Um, Another thing that I discovered was how important your mental state is. Mm, Before, like during the first few days, I was a little bit tired and kind of got discouraged after I plateaued. But after my 1 day break, it was kind of like a reset. for my mental state. Uh, just feel more neutral and ready to go. And yeah, I think all of these contributed to me overcoming my plateau. As for deathmatch, um, yeah, I don't really think I improved in that front. This game that you're watching right now was not too good of an example because I didn't really find people that often, but still, I don't think that my gun skills in the actual game improved. Quick update. It's already December 27th, and so you might be wondering, what the heck is this dude doing? Why is week 3 and week 4 results not out? Well, it may or may not be because I just stopped training or paused my training since the middle of week 3. That was because I had a few tests to study for before Christmas break, right? Um, so I didn't have time to continue my training then. But then after, when Christmas break started, it was like already really close to Christmas. So I kind of partied a lot and had friends over despite COVID. You know, I'm totally following the rules very well. Anyways, the point is, I kind of forgot, maybe just kind of, uh, to practice after that. So yeah, that happened. The good news is, though, we can see how not training affects your aim now, right? Like, let's say you practice like a whole month, but then you're like, I'm done practicing because, like, yay, my aim's good now, right? Because, I improved when I was training, right? And then at a certain point, you're like, look, my aim's so good, I don't need to train anymore. We'll see how that decision will affect your gameplay or aim, I should say, later on. So, anyways, today I just finished my training of the day, and at the start, I was literally complete garbage. Okay, so for like the first 5, 7 rounds, I was basically playing just as bad as I was when I never even trained before. I was getting scores of 60,000. That's how bad I was doing. um, However, though, after a few rounds, near the end, like at the end, I started getting scores of around like 70, 71, 72,000. So you do lose your uh, aim, I should say. Your aiming skills do go down, but not by too much, right? Before I was around averaging like 76, 70 to 78,000, and then now I dropped basically to around 72. So it's not too bad, but it is still quite a lot. Mm, Another thing I noticed though is when you're aim training, you should definitely try to go for accuracy over speed. So not only does going for accuracy over speed give you higher score, but I feel like it also does give you mm, a slight advantage compared to the people going for speed only. Because if you're going for accuracy and your accuracy improves, your speed will improve by itself, right? It's not like people have a problem clicking the mouse that fast. So yeah. Anyways, that's my reasoning, but I feel like if you focused on accuracy, you'll be able to improve faster. Like that's how I, went from garbage 60,000 score to okay 72,000 scores. So yeah. Well, that was that, I guess. Um, I will continue and finish off the last 2 weeks, so I'll train for another 2 weeks. But after that, I don't know if I'm gonna continue training. So uh, I'll finish the experiment, I'll say. Mm, so you guys can decide on your own if you are willing to sacrifice your time to practice aim training. Week 3 update. This week, as you guys all know, I've been trying to recover from my 2 weeks of not practicing. And yeah, things have been looking quite weird. Sometimes I've been getting scores of consistently 80,000 plus. Like there'd be like 5 or more rounds where I'd just get 80,000. But then on bad days, I'd get like not even 70,000, like 5 times in a row too. So I don't know what's going on right now, but like as an average overall, yes, I'm pretty much back to uh pre-break levels. Like my average is around 75,000 again. But well, it's not exactly 76,000, but it's quite close. But however, my consistency is like super garbage compared to before. Before, I never had results vary this badly. A 20,000 range. That's pretty bad, in my opinion. At least it's way worse than it used to be. However, in retrospect, I do believe it's because that my actual aim, like how precise I am at getting to the targets, if you know what I mean, is not as good as it used to be. I think it's because I'm still trying to flick just as fast as I used to, except that now that my aim is not that good, it's just more luck dependent, right? So if I'm lucky, then, I get just as good scores as I used to, and I get 80,000s. But when I'm not so lucky, then I start getting scores of like barely 70,000 because I'm flicking really fast and my aim is not as good as it used to be. Then I just start missing them. So I'm getting like I can see that my accuracy is not as good and as consistent as it used to be. So yeah, I do believe that's why my consistency is really trash right now. In terms of gameplay, this is the first time I'm playing in like 2 weeks. Uh, Over the break, I've been playing a lot of Terraria with my friends. So yeah. Um, that's why there's like no improvement, but at least it doesn't seem like there's much regression either. Today is January 10th, and it is the last day of my official aim training. So today I conclude the experiment with an average score of 84,000. Well, how did I suddenly improve like 10,000, you ask? I did exactly what I said I was going to do last week. Instead of, spam clicking super fast, uh, I actually tried to aim for the little circles. I focused a lot on being more accurate instead of being faster, which somehow gave me very high scores. And it's also because I think Aimlab wants you to go for accuracy, right? It's Aimlab, not Speed Click Lab. So yeah. Um. Anyways, I'm pretty proud of the progress I made over this month, practicing around half an hour each day. It's not that much time if you think about it, half an hour each day. But in the end, it actually does benefit you, or at least benefit your aim a lot. Maybe not other aspects of your life. So, um, also, if you guys remember, in the first week, I said that I was hoping to get scores of 90,000 by the end, right? Well, you want to know something? Ta-da! I actually did get 90,000s, but those are just uh some high scores right there. Kinda outliers, not really outliers, but yeah. So far, I've only gotten 3 90,000s. Now, to answer the big question of the video, does playing aim training actually help your aim in game? My answer to the question is no, not really. At least not for Gridshot. There are probably other uh, modes for aim training that are more realistic and probably can help you more than Gridshot, but yeah. Um, I basically started off Gridshot with like 60,000 score, and now I'm at 85, almost 85, 84,000 scores. And if you watched my deathmatch gameplay, you probably don't see that much difference. Um, so yeah, that's why I don't think uh, aim trainer or at least grid shot affects your aim in game that much. But it did help a little bit, I guess, at the start. Like before aim training, well, my aim was actually just really, really bad. But now it's decent. But like, there's other aspects of it that you cannot uh, learn from just playing aim training. Uh, there's you need to gain experience in like moving, like your movement, like how to stop to shoot, when to stop, and your recoil and other things like that. If you ask me if it's worthwhile to spend your time on aim training or playing grid shot, um, I'd probably say that just playing the in-game uh, practice game mode, like the one where you can shoot the little robots, uh, that is probably just as helpful as grid shot, in my opinion, because it gives you a way more realistic uh, practice scenario. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the question, does aim training actually help your aim in game? Although I did learn many other things throughout this experience. Um, I really observed that it's quite easy to improve yourself if you're really, you know, motivated and devoted to doing it, right? In only, what, 1 month? And that is with a large break in the middle and practicing only 30 minutes a day, I improved by over 25%. So, like, you can, I think the lesson here is that anyone can improve as long as, you really go for it. Um, so, this month, I don't think that all these hours were wasted. Even though my aim did not get that much better in game, at least I learned that I can improve at things pretty quickly, and if I really wanted to, I could continue to play Aimlab and get higher scores, but like, eh, I'm not sure if I want to do that. I'd much rather, as I said before, just play the in-game practice game mode. In the end, it's up to you guys if you want to practice uh, Aimlab because, perhaps if you practice aim training in Aimlab and practice um, aim training in the game itself, like just playing deathmatch or even using their uh, dedicated practice mode, maybe then Aimlab actually, or even Gridshot actually helps, you know, your aim in game. But I don't know because I just practiced a lot of, or not a lot of, but I just practiced Aimlab. So I'm not sure if that was the main reason because I really did not play a lot of Valorant. And while I did play Valorant and Aimlab at the same time, which was at the start of my training, I did see quite a lot of improvement in game as well. So, yeah, not sure if it was that. Anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking now. Um, I hope that this information helped shed light about aim training as a whole and helped you guys decide if you would like to continue or start aim training or just leave it as be and just enjoy your game as usual. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to help support the channel, and share to your friends if you think that the information presented was very useful or very interesting. And I wish you all have a great rest of the day.